Hey guys, Bellatrix Spitzel here, and thank you for joining me for yet another speed build. So this is Family Townhouses. It came out to 298,020 simoleons. It was built on a 30 by 20 lot, and it is a 6-bedroom, 7-bathroom. So yeah, alright, so it's townhouses. Townhouses are a series of houses that are connected. In this case, they were 3, and how I decided to do this is there'd be one big family, essentially one brother, 2 sisters, and their individual families, since they're all adults, who live here. So it's 3 separate homes in one, essentially. So how I'm going to break this apart is, as you guys see now, I'm doing the main structure, and I sort of do the floor plan right here. And then once I'm done doing the floor plan, before I start furnishing the first of the 3 townhouses, I introduce you to the family, the subsect of the family, essentially the people out of the 8 people who will live in that third of the townhouses. And then we get into the furnishing of their house, and then we see their screenshots. After that, I introduce you to the next family. We see the furnishing process, screenshots, and then the last one. Yeah. All right, so that's what I end up doing. So this was originally going to be my build for Monday, and I was going to start by doing a small I didn't have much time on the weekend, so I wanted to do a starter home. That's what it's called. And as you guys can see, this was nowhere near the proper size for a starter home. So I ended up just postponing this until I had more time because I really wanted to get this one right. Like it felt like one of those houses that you definitely cannot half-ass. I don't half-ass any of my videos, or at least I try not to. I actually put a lot of effort into all of them, but this one, if I wanted it to be ready in time for Monday, it would have been half-assed and horrible, and it would have been a mess. So, yeah. This is why I'm posting this on Friday. So right now I'm just working on the exterior brick color, and I actually had such a hard time with this. Like I go through so many brick colors just to end up at one either exactly what I started with or very, very close to what I started with. I really like how it turned out, but it's just like it was so much effort to go through those brick colors. Yeah. As far as I know, in The Sims, you can't create your own apartment lots. Like, you can, edit the ones that are already there, but you can't create new ones. But if you could change the lot type and make this into an apartment build, it would actually be really, really cool. You could have 3 different apartments, and it would actually work a lot better. They all have their own, mailboxes. Not that it really matters. You really only need one for this lot, but it gave more of a realistic look to it. And something you wouldn't have in most townhouses, but that you have in this one, is their backyards. They're all fenced in, but they have doors to get from gate doors, to get from one backyard to the other. Because they're all families, I figured, why not make it easier to go visit each other? Like, if they're all hanging out in the backyard, they can easily go from one backyard to the other. So I didn't feel like I needed to incorporate a million different things into those little small areas. You'll see every backyard has its own feature, and so put it all together, it's a great entertaining area, but individually they're not fantastic. So for that middle house, obviously there wasn't much room to have windows in there because it's just front and the back, and that's it, because the sides are all covered up. So I was trying to find big windows that looked nice, tried to get the maximum amount of light in there, and I had a hard time with it, but I make it work eventually. Those are the windows I go with. So I go with huge windows for the middle house, whereas the front and back windows for the other 2 are smaller, just because they didn't need extra light coming in from the front. Anyways, we're coming close to meeting the first family, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this voiceover, and I will continue as we finish the first house. Alright, so enjoy meeting family number 1. Alright, so let's meet the first of the 3 families, and in true Bellatrix Pretzel fashion, I am re-recording this for the I don't know how manyth time because I forgot to turn my microphone on again and again and again. I need to get my stuff together, don't I? Alright, anyways. Family number 1. It's a 2-person family. Here we go. We have Oliver Wyatt, who's the dad, I guess. He's also the eldest out of all the 8 Sims who live there. Alright, so he's an outdoor enthusiast. He's active, a loner, and he loves the outdoors. Just gonna take a quick look at his outfits. So he's just, he's very outdoorsy. He doesn't really care much for fashion or... Dear God, the cat scared me. Okay. He doesn't really care much for fashion or things that look good. Like you'll see in the house how it's decorated. The few bits of decorations are there because it's the daughter who's, added them in to just sort of like spruce the place up a little bit. Anyway, so that's his everyday outfit. Here is his formal, his athletic wear, his sleepwear, his party wear, and his swimwear. There we go. Okay, moving on to his daughter, Lucy Wyatt. So her mother and his wife died when she was very young of, I don't know, let's say cancer or something. So, she was almost completely raised by only her father. Of course, her aunts helped from time to time because they did live right next to her. So she does not look anything like her father. I mean, maybe a couple resemblance here and there. She mostly looks like her mother did. So Lucy Wyatt has the soulmate aspiration. She saw how happy her parents were, she was a kid, but she still remembers how happy they were being, madly in love and all, and she wants that for herself one day. She's active and she's creative. So she's girly and sporty all in one. Sports was how she really related and connected with her dad. So that's sports and being active is very important to her, but she's also got a girly side to her that really shows in her party outfit and her formal wear. Let's take a quick look at her outfits. That is her everyday look. Here is her formal. I love that dress on her. Her athletic wear, her sleepwear, her party wear, and her swimwear. There we go. Alright, so we are starting with Oliver's bedroom, the dad. These bedrooms are really annoying to do, honestly. I didn't realize how awkward these floor plans were, but I made it work. And as you guys can see, I used a sim to test out and to make sure that everything that looked awkward was actually usable. So as you'll be able to see, the dad's style is very rustic, very muted. I can imagine him living in a log cabin in the forest. At least that's the vibe I was trying to get out of his bedroom. Very blue, his bed has a plaid look to it, just like his everyday outfit. Very basic computer. He's not gonna use it much, so he didn't really need anything high tech. You bought, a 10-year-old used computer or something, So the little bits of decoration that you'll see throughout the house are his daughter's doing. As she grew up, she started, getting more into maybe not like fashion, but general design. So she's like, okay, well, we need a couple plants here and there. Her dad's not big on paintings. Like, it's not his, decorating's not his forte. So there are bits and pieces here and there that she's just taken the time to find and put up. Yeah, okay, so we see here I'm working on sort of like a mini workout room, and it looks identical to the bathroom, and that's because it was meant to be a bathroom. But the dad, he's not the kind of guy who needed an ensuite bathroom. And since there's no actual workout area anywhere in any of these three houses, I gave him this tiny little gym in, where his master ensuite bathroom should have normally been. God, if it wasn't for that bathroom, like that workout room, I could have done so much of a less awkward bedroom for him. But anyways, here we go. I'm working on Lucy's bedroom. So, there's gonna be lots of blues, lots of pinks, lots of purple. She's, like I said in the introduction to her, she's sporty yet girly. So I put a dining room table there so that you could have like a little space to do homework as well. So you could have a computer and a homework area. Yeah, okay, so there we go. There's, odds and ends there. Like, in my head, her dad bought her that dresser when she was young, when they first moved in here. So, it's not that stylish, but, she likes it. She makes it work. She makes it blend in with the decor. She went out with her dad and picked out the rug, and she, as a teenager, went shopping with friends or something, and she picked out those paintings and stuff, just to add a little bit more of a girly effect. I don't originally put many plants in the build, well, mostly downstairs, but as I go through it, I'm like, you know what, I think Lucy had a little bit of, as she got older, had a little design input and just sort of like spruced the place up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, something you'll see in the screenshots for this, but you won't see me put in just yet, are curtains. Every single house of this townhouse built thing has curtains in it, and I only decided to put curtains when I was working on the middle house, so you'll see me sort of jumping back over to the first house to put in some curtains, but you see in the screenshot, you just don't see me adding them in just yet, because I don't want to give away anything for the middle house. A similar thing happens when I'm working on the last townhouse. I realized I forgot to do the balcony or the deck or something of the middle house, so you see it finished in the screenshots, but you don't see it getting done until I start working on the third house. Yeah. Okay, I think that little pause, I was like yelling at my dog or something. He likes to go into my cat's litter box and search for some goodies, so this little guy gets yelled at quite a bit. Anyways, you guys really did not need to know that. I apologize. Yeah, so I added a guitar and an easel because, Lucy's creative, and I'm thinking, maybe her dad knows a little guitar back from the days when he was a kid or something. Maybe it was a talent that he used to help woo Lucy's mother when they were younger, just something like that. Yeah, so the kitchen, if you saw it, I didn't spend much time on it because it's a very tiny, minimal build. Like, it's his house screams minimalist. His style screams, I got what I need. That's about it. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Their backyard has the barbecue. They have the barbecue area, the yummy summertime go out and grill some burgers food. And none of the other backyards actually have barbecues. They don't really need it. It takes up room. So here, in my head, they moved in, there was a tree, and then Lucy just planted a couple flowers here and there just to make it a little bit nicer. Yeah, I also put a little bit of a fire pit thing there. I feel like that really, really screamed Oliver. Forgot his name for a second there. Yeah, there we go. Just adding a couple of plants, and then I just do all the outdoor lighting at once because I keep it the same. Yeah, I do a little bit more outdoor lighting at the very end, just at the front, so that the front porches have something. But anyways, Yeah, so just I'm almost in this area doing the balcony up there. Oh yeah, so every single townhouse has a balcony up front. None of them have any furniture, and I actually forgot to put a screenshot of. I forgot to take a screenshot of the front balcony for this specific townhouse, but there is one, and it looks like all the other ones, so I didn't feel like I really needed to go back into the build and take a screenshot of that because it's just felt redundant. So there we go, the screenshots of this build. That little bathroom, the little living room, reading nook, tiny ass kitchen, the backyard. It's a very nice backyard actually. They're upstairs. The daughter's bedroom, Lucy's bedroom, her little balcony, their shared bathroom, dad's bedroom, more dad's bedroom, the gym. Alright, family number 2. This is Oliver's youngest sister, Caroline Wyatt. So she wants a successful lineage. She's ambitious, family-oriented, and a perfectionist. She's a very proper lady. Let's just take a quick look at her outfits. So that's her everyday look. This is her formal. Nice flowy gown. Her athletic wear. She's definitely more of a yoga, minimal sweat kind of lady. Here is her sleepwear, her party wear, and her swimwear. She wears a lot of the same colors. I realize like all of her outfits are a nude, beigeish, brownish. I mean that's a little gray, but it also has some brown in there. Anyways, that's Caroline Wyatt. Here is her husband, Matt Wright. That's a very bad name. So he's like an aspiring politician. So he's working his way up in the political branch. He wants to be a Renaissance Sims. He's neat, a perfectionist, and he's ambitious. Just take a quick look at his outfits. That's his everyday look. Here is his formal wear, his athletic wear, his sleepwear, his party wear, and his swimwear. There we go. Now for their kids. This is Sherry Wright. Just gonna wait for that to load. She's very, very girly. I imagine her to be petite in every sense of the word, like, skinny, as you can see. But I also imagine her to be, like, short, like, no more than 5'2", when she's, like, fully grown. Anyways, so she wants to be a friend of the world. She's romantic, and she's outgoing. So that is her everyday outfit. Here we go. Her formal. Her athletic wear. Her sleepwear. Her party wear. And her swimwear. I could easily see her life changing, like as she's growing up from this potentially superficial girl to someone who's actually like paying attention to all like events happening in the world, and she ends up also going in like the political career branch, but as I think it's the activist, that's the other one that you can do in there. Anyways, like, sort of it's her mini rebellion against her parents, but she's also just like trying to stand up for what she believes is right. Anyways, and then her little brother Rex. Wait until he loads. So everyone is like super active in this family, I realize. That's okay. So he has the rambunctious scamp aspiration, I guess, for the kid, and he's active. I felt like that worked together. So here's his everyday look. In case you guys haven't noticed by now, I'm very weird when it comes to, like, I'm just very bad at making dudes on The Sims. Anyways, here's his formal. I love that bow tie. I saw that and I was like, yes, I'm sold. That is his formal. It's the bow tie. Done. This is perfect. Anyways, here's his athletic wear, his sleepwear, his party wear. Once again, I was just sold. There were suspenders involved, and I was like, "Yep, done. Going with that." um. Anyways, and here's the swimwear. I can see him like, growing up being really, really into sports, and then taking sort of a nerdy, unexpected nerdy turn, going back into sciences, and then maybe like putting those together to be a astronaut or something. Yeah. All right. So that's family number 2. All right, here we go. So this was a very, very small bedroom to work with, the master bedroom, and oof, it was a bit of a challenge. So I tried a couple of things. Well, mostly one thing that was a little odd to me, but it could have worked. It could have worked really, really well, but I ended up not liking it overall, and you guys will see what I'm talking about very, very soon. After I mess around with this flooring, I felt like they needed something like that, like for this prim and proper, family thing place. I felt like they needed this very tiled bathroom. So why is this prim and proper family, living with, in townhouses? Well, it's very simple. I don't really see the mom, having a job. I see her more as a stay-at-home mom, and the dad is just starting out in the political career. Maybe this is a new change, or maybe he's just not very good at getting promoted. So they don't have all this, that much money, even though this is like, each family probably paid like 100,000 simoleons, which in The Sims can get you quite a nice house. But anyways, so yes, I'm trying this idea where I put the dresser in the bathroom to give a little bit more room in the bedroom, and I sort of just use that to create a little bit more of a seating area. I just put 2 seats in there, and I really liked how that looked, but I hated the idea of having the closet in the bathroom. It just did not feel like the Sims who lived there would have that. It didn't feel right to me, so yeah, I got rid of that. I'm thinking like one day, if 2 of the families move out and enter their own, like, fully their own place, like I imagine, Lucy, quote unquote, going off to college, even though they don't have that for the Sims yet, moving out to her own place, then her dad might, actually move to a small wooden cabin in the woods, and then maybe the 3rd family in the 3rd townhouse that I haven't built moves out because they just, they don't want to live with family anymore or whatever. Then I could really imagine this middle family, the proper family, sort of expanding and taking over all 3 townhouses for like just one giant home. Anyways, working on the kids' bedrooms here. They both have desks for homework only. No one's allowed any computers in their bedrooms. They have the computers downstairs. They have 2 computers for everyone to use, communal ones. The kids don't have laptops or tablets or anything. The parents just don't want them to have any distractions. They want them to succeed in school and be prim and proper kids. The girl's, girly. She has those makeup products in there. She has a couple of cameras. Maybe she likes taking lots of selfies, or maybe she's an amateur photographer. Who knows? I should know, right? Yeah, and then the brother, he's sporty. He's really into sports, so he's got that sports equipment a little bit everywhere. Some figurines as well, because he's still a kid after all. But yeah, just, putting some personality up there, some sports posters, and then some very girly ones for, oh my god, what is her name? Cheryl. I want to say Cheryl. I hope it's that. It's really embarrassing when I forget my own characters' names, isn't it? I probably should have written these names down somewhere. Whoops. Yeah, anyways, I think this might actually be my favorite of all the kitchens. The 3rd townhouse has the biggest kitchen of them all, but I'm really, really liking this one. Like the placement of it, just, I don't know, I think it's really, really cool. It's not the biggest kitchen, obviously, but I don't know, something about it I really, really like. Yeah, so it's a little dining area, and here we go. We have a computer area. So I picked that table. It's, I think, the same table they have in the other townhouse, in Oliver's house. So, maybe Oliver's very handy, and maybe he, built that himself, and he just gave it to them as a present or whatever, and they just use it as a computer table. Yeah, so big bookcase in their little living room area. Nice TV, a couple of plants in there because they need it. Oh, I used that painting twice. Whoops, I think I used that same painting in the third townhouse. My bad, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, anyways. Yeah, almost done this build. Oh yeah, this is where I go for the curtains. Put them a little bit everywhere. I feel like they were just really, really the kind of family to have curtains in all their rooms, and at that point I was like, you know what, I need the curtains to be in every single townhouse. Maybe Caroline bought curtains for everyone, for everyone in the family, so that everything could be nice and covered. She doesn't want anyone walking by and thinking, oh, these people don't like their privacy or something or other. Anyway, so here are the screenshots of this build. In the backyard, you see the basketball net was in two different places. It is centered when you guys download this house, so don't worry about that. It was just an error that I realized, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fix that and resave the lot. Yeah, alright, screenshots for this house are almost over. We are going to be meeting the third family very, very soon. Alright, so the third and final family, she is the middle child, Cheryl Wyatt. Originally, I was gonna make her a dude, a man, but I had so much trouble just making the 3 male characters in this family that I just sort of gave up, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna make them females. It's just so much easier. And I knew I wanted this third family to be gay. So it was either going to be 2 men or 2 women, and women are just easier for me to do. So there we go. Cheryl Wyatt. She has the painter extraordinaire aspiration. She loves the outdoors. She's creative, and she's a music lover. So just take a quick look at her outfits. Here is her everyday outfit. I really like that dress. Her formal. She pretty much only wears makeup, I think, on her formal, maybe on her party wear as well, but I'm pretty sure it's only her formal. She's not big on makeup. This is her athletic wear, her sleepwear, her party wear, and her swimwear. There we go. And then her wife, Leslie Walton. Oh my god, all of these people have W last names, I just noticed. Whoops. Alright, so this is a sim I created a while ago. Leslie was actually originally supposed to be the sim that I did my first Let's Play with. It wasn't supposed to be Ava Holland. She had different aspirations, and I think I kept her outfits the same as the original her, but I changed her traits to fit with the character I envisioned for the house. Yeah, she was originally supposed to be for my Let's Play, and I started doing it, and I just really, really didn't like it, so I scrapped the idea, and then I just restarted, and Ava Holland became the Let's Play. But yeah, anyways, here we go. Leslie Walton. So she has the Master Chef aspiration. She's creative, an art lover, and she's a foodie. So here is her everyday outfit. Oh, I just want to zoom in on her eyes. I gave her the purple eyes, and they're so, so pretty, those purple eyes. I never put them on any Sims. I find they're just, unnatural and weird, right? You just don't expect to see someone with purple eyes. But it felt right for this character. So, anyways, that's her everyday look. Here's her formal. There you go. Her athletic wear. Her sleepwear. Her party wear. and her swimwear. Ooh, lost control of my voice there. Anyways, so that's the third family. Yeah, all right. That is it, and let's get to the interior design of their house now, since we've seen everyone else's. Alright, I just saw the names, and Cheryl is, one of the women who live in this house. Sherry is the other daughter's name. Oh, I need to pay more attention when I name Sims, don't I? Whoops, it's because I randomize the names. I'm very, very bad at coming up with the names. I tend to randomize them a lot, and then they get really, really similar. Like, I think I have 2 uploaded families with the last name Wilson. Once again, more W names. What's up what's with me and these W? Anyways, getting off on a tangent. All right, third house. So here we go. This is for Cheryl and her wife, whose name I of course forgot. God, I need to write these names down. It's 8 Sims. All right, forgive me. I'm sorry. I don't remember every name. Okay. Anyways, for their house, their bedroom is a lot bigger because they do not have kids for 2 reasons. One, well, you can only have 8 Sims per lot. 2, even though, you can adopt kids on The Sims, so, couples of the same sex would very easily be able to have kids. I didn't want kids for them. Maybe they'd have kids when they're like adults and not young adults. Maybe they're sort of that family that starts having kids at a very, at an older age or something. A family that actually waits for kids, who don't want to have them too young. They're just enjoying life, or maybe they just don't ever want kids because, not everyone wants kids. So maybe that was it. Anyways, yeah, so we had a lot more room with the bedroom, and that second big room in the back becomes a little art studio. And I was looking at the screenshots, and I realized that the easels are actually touching the ceiling lamp. I don't know if that affects the use of it. I didn't check it because it was, at this point, those screenshots, the house was saved twice, and it's just such a minor thing. Like, you just delete the chandelier and put in a different wall ceiling light. It also it might work. Like, it might not affect it at all. And to be honest, I was exhausted when I worked on this house. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know. But worst comes to worst, if you guys don't want to do anything about it, there is a third easel out on the balcony, so you guys can always paint using that one. Yeah. Alright, so the upstairs is done. Working on the kitchen because Cheryl's wife, whose name I cannot remember because I fail at these kinds of things, apparently. I'm just really bad with names. Is, an aspiring chef. So, yeah, just so you guys know, oh, excuse me. Just so you guys know, I recorded the introduction to the families individually to recording the voiceover of the speed furnishing. So it was recorded at 2 different times. It's not like I just recorded the introduction to this third family and completely forgot within the span of 2 minutes the names. This has been like almost an hour apart because between the recordings I needed to load this video file into my editing program, and I also have to walk my dog. So there's been time in between for me to forget the names. It hasn't happened in the span of 2 minutes. Anyways, they have the big kitchen with a bunch of cabinets. I really like how I did the dining room, actually. The long table against the wall, so you still have room to move, but it's still a nice big table. Still only fits 6, but hey, whatever. You just won't have every single person at the family over at once, right? Yeah, and that living room, I had such a hard time with it because I wanted to use a different TV than I had used for the other ones, but I didn't really like the look of the wall-mounted TV. I ended up going with it. I think it was the best look I had for all of the, out of everything I tried. But it wasn't my original. I didn't really like it to start off with. Yeah, anyways, so you think that, the prim and proper family whose backyard I forgot to do would have flowers in it, plants and stuff, but no. Because, she has a young kid, and maybe Sherry just became a teenager, so she didn't want plants to be messed up. So maybe when, they're both teenagers, both older teenagers, maybe then she'll have a huge garden out of it. But, she doesn't need it. There are a couple plants in the front. Her brother and her sister, Caroline's brother and sister, both have flower beds, and that's enough for her since every single garden is connected, as you guys can see. So, the thought was you guys can go swimming, you can play basketball, you can have a barbecue, like, the kids could all hang out together, the adults could barbecue together, sit and talk, or, whatever. So that was sort of the idea behind connecting all the backyards, and also just it would have to try to fit a barbecue into each of them, monkey bars, whatever, everything. It would just been so stuffed in for all the backyards. It would just been way too much. So this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Hit subscribe. Links in the description below to where you can download this house and the family, and check out my other videos and things to download. Yeah, have a great day, guys. And like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you liked this video. Bye. I didn't realize how many screenshots were left. So much awkward silence.